Well, good evening. It's the end of my first day at the cabin. My name is Tom. I come to you from the Rustic log cabin in northern Maine. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I wish you could smell the inside of this cabin tonight. I've got a homemade chili simmering over there on the stove, and boy does it smell good. It's in a 12-inch cast iron kettle. I made a big one so I can eat on it I'm looking at 3 days anyways, so that'll be nice. I won't have to cook tomorrow night. But what I got accomplished up here at the cabin today, I've been working on the new fish house, as you probably saw in the last video. I've got the base completely finished. So tomorrow, if we don't get, we're supposed to get a snowstorm. So if we don't get hit with a big snowstorm, tomorrow I'll start framing up the walls. Tomorrow's another day. Time to get firewood and kindling. We got a snowstorm coming. And that'll get, right now the floor's in, the jigging hole is in, the floor is completely finished. So it won't take me long to build walls. I got the plexiglass in the cabin next to the wood stove. That's some of my windows are going to be plexiglass. You got to warm it up. You can't cut it when it's below zero. You got to cut it, and then you can cut it on table saw pretty easy. I got to go stir the chili and throw the onions in. I've been simmering the onions on another burner because I don't like them overcooked, so I get them right where I want them, and then I put them into the chili from there. So I just tested the chili. It's just right. Not too hot, not too cool. Hoping right in the middle. I can always add some more spices. It's simmering now, and I'll let it simmer for a couple of hours. But what a day today was. The sun was out, beautiful, like you saw this morning's video. But my chili over there is cooking, so my wood stove is going. It got chilly in here. I didn't fix it today while I was working out in the yard. Fire was completely out by the time I got in here. It was close to dark. So I built me a nice hot fire, filled up the wood box, chopped some kindling. Now I'm waiting on that chili. And it's just plain nice. I wanted to have coffee with you guys. So many of you guys like coffee along with me. Especially here at the cabin. This new fish house is going to be a blast. I am hoping that the old live stream will work out on the ice. I don't see why it won't. I have just about the same cell service out there. Spotty, but I can find a spot, I think. One of my buddies was out ice fishing today, but he fishing on 3 inches of ice. He said it's kind of like ice fishing on an island of ice. But before you get too scared for him, I know where he's fishing and it's not too deep. I think it's probably 3 feet deep at the most, and more like 2 feet deep completely. But he does really well on the brook trout. Really well. In the 2 pound area, give or take. So, but I leave him alone. It's his little corner of the world. And he gets out there January 1st every year. I know another place, a guy was out there, that's through talking to my buddy. Another guy's in another area, and he got 2 brookies today. So that's pretty nice. My new fish house, it's 70 inches long, and it's 30, I think it's 34 inches wide, maybe 32. I think it's 32 inches wide. So it's 2 inches smaller than the other one as far as length. The other one is 72 inches, and this one's going to work out to be 70 inches. So I thought I was building a smaller fish house. Apparently I'm not. But like I said, I need to make this one YouTube friendly so that we can mount some cameras. I figured out how I can put a GoPro up on the ceiling and look right down the fish hole. So I think that'll be a lot of fun for you guys. I probably can't live stream the fish hole like that because I'll be using my cell phone, and that'll be set up over on a bench and on the other end of the fish house. But when I build the videos, I definitely can fit the fish hole into the video for you. So that'll be fun. That's a good spot for the GoPro, I think. I think it's a really good spot for the GoPro because them little batteries, they don't like the cold very much. So in the warm fish house like that, they should last quite a while. And you know, I can't run them non-stop, but I'll have it set where I can turn the camera on pretty easy. And every once in a while, the whitefish, they have like almost can set your time to them sometimes. When they come in at like 2 in the afternoon, they might come in the next day at 2 in the afternoon. That's what I found out here last winter anyways. So maybe around 2, we can turn the GoPro on and jig up some whitefish. But we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow. So far, I can't figure out if it's going to be a big one or a small one. I keep getting 2 different stories or 3 different stories. I didn't check the weather when I left because once I get in here, I really don't care about the weather. If with any luck, I'll get snowed in. And there's no real big rush to clean the driveway out because I'm here for 3 weeks. So as long as the driveway gets pushed out 2.5 weeks from now, then I'm good to go. Might push out a little bit because I've still got those trees across the road. They're not across the road, but I didn't cut them back that far so I could get a hold of them with the tractor. So I might buzz down there and latch onto those and haul them back to the fish house before this is all said and done. I mean back to the fish houses on the brain. Haul them back to the woodshed before it's all said and done. That'll give me a little more wood. I'd like to haul in as much wood as I burn this 3 weeks. Because February and March I burn quite a bit of firewood up here. That's when it's cold. When it's 20 below, 30 below, that's when she's cold. I wish you could smell the inside of the cabin, I'll tell you that. All I can smell is peppers and onions and chili simmering away. And Richard, I know, you'll know who I'm talking to, Richard. I have not forgot about the review that you asked for last winter on my buddy heater, which one I was using. So I will try to take care of that this week. Because I'm going to have the thing out anyways, fitting it to the new fish house. And so I will definitely show you which one of the buddy heaters that I have. It's quite old. I wouldn't be surprised if I've had it for more than 12 years or better. It's still going strong. I haven't had a lick of trouble with it. And I don't really baby it. I mean, I do put it in a trash bag for driving back and forth to the fish house. If I know I'm going back to that particular fish house, then I'll leave it there. But I have 3 fish houses that are rigged up for it, so I generally keep it with me on the snowmobile. And then when I get to the fish house, I just hook it up. So I will review that for you. Nothing spectacular, just I'll give you the make and model if I can figure it out. It's kind of, you know, like I said, it's 12 years old, so I'll have to look it over. I've got a really big buddy heater down in the shop, but I'll have to look it over and see if I can mount that in one of these fish houses and leave it there. I'm just afraid it'll burn too much propane, and I don't need a lot of heat to heat these buildings. I mean, they're only, you know, they're just big enough to sit down in, and 70 inches deep, so. But that makes me very mobile because I travel, 10 or 15 miles of this lake any given fishing trip. Sometimes more. I mean, I could go down there 20 miles if I wanted to. It all depends on what kind of fishing I want and what I want to do. The lake is 30 miles long, and I've been exploring the heck out of this end of it for a couple of years now. I used to fish the other end for years and years and years. But I really like leaving the log cabin here. I really like leaving the cabin right on the snowmobile. It's so much easier. Just get on the snowmobile in the morning, snowmobile out to the lake, and then at the end of the day, you snowmobile right up to the front door. Unload your equipment, so you got to bring it in, thaw it out for overnight. And then if we're going to get foul weather or something, then I park the snowmobile in the shop. Just pull into the shop and shut the doors, and that'll keep it from getting covered in snow. But we'll see. Well, you probably can't see, but there it is, homemade chili. Smells awful good. I have more than enough to last at least 3 days. So if you're in the area, stop by. Yeah, that way I won't have to cook. I can concentrate on camp stuff, which is mainly building that fish house. You'd think I'd build stuff like that in the summertime, but I never do. I've been building fish houses my whole life. I always build them in December and the first part of January. Probably because that's when I'm thinking about them the most. Thinking about ice fishing. I have 3 fish houses.
Here's my catch this morning. Nice big burbot. I'll get several meals out of this guy. He is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't weighed him yet. I don't know. I'm guessing about 5 pounds. He just one nice fish. He's slippery as heck. But anyways, there he is. These are what I fish for. I like whitefish. I like these cusk. I also like big lakers, but this is what I look for in the wintertime because I cannot catch it in the summertime, and it is very good to eat.
I have one that's really, really small. That's a one-man. And I have 2 shacks that are 2-man fish houses. And I also have one of them collapsible ones. You know, the ones that are on a sled. And I don't like that one at all. I thought I would. You know, it's kind of like a tent that unfolds. I've had 2 of those, and they're too cold. They're too cold, too cumbersome. I had a really big one, and the wind destroyed it one day. I had the family out ice fishing. The shack that you saw in last winter's videos, that one's 10 years old. I've never done anything to it. Awful good. Dog thinks she's gonna get some. I don't think she liked all that hot peppers in there. But she can have a piece of bread. What I want to be ice fishing for in this fish house is whitefish. I just found them last winter. I spent the entire winter kind of just looking for whitefish. I've caught all kinds of lake trout up here. And the whitefish is a really good table fish. So that's what this new fish house is all about. I can be more mobile and still be warm at the same time. I've spent many a day sitting in a snowbank watching traps or jigging, and it's a lot better in a fish house. When that wind is whistling down across the lake, almost impossible to get comfortable. I've been out there in some whiteout conditions.
Got 5 traps stretched out all the way over to that island. The 5th one, you probably can't see it, but I got an ice chisel standing up there. Like I said, I moved down the lake about a mile from yesterday, fish house and all. This fish house, you just hook onto it and go. All your gear in the fish house, all one trip. So I can fish anywhere I want them. Not exactly sure what you can see. I can't see in the viewfinder. But there's an island down there. And tomorrow I want to head down that way. There's a big rock down there that I call Elephant Rock. I have a feeling that that's probably pretty good salmon fishing.
With the fish houses, you can take a lot bigger weather. So, you know, March is really good fishing. Got longer days, warmer usually. But in February it's quite cold. So with a fish house, you can take a lot harsher. Doesn't take long to get it warmed up with that buddy heater. And it's really efficient on propane. Awful good chili. I hope you enjoyed coffee with me, sharing a little bit of chili. It was good on my end. Might not have been so good on your end, but maybe you could smell it. I'm going to put my feet up now. Got my chair back there. Got one of them lazy boy recliners in back of me. Put my feet up in there. Get that wood stove just a crackling. It's going to be a cold, cold night out there. So I want a nice hot fire. And I will see you in the morning. There's a live stream I'm going to go watch right now. Over in Australia. Ariel has a cooking channel, and she's supposed to have a live stream this evening that I would like to be a part of and help support it. So, you have a good night, and I will see you in the morning. At the end of this video, I'll put you in some links to more topics about the great state of Maine. There'll be 3 of them. I also have a round circle back there. I'm standing next to a bear. Click that bear if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. Looking forward to meeting you, and come along with me to the state of Maine.